Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing today? How did yesterday go? Catching trades? Get stopped out? Make some money? What'd you do? I uh I got a nice trade. Um, let's take a look at the news today. We had some unemployment claims. It looks like some people are speaking. Some stuff's going on. Powell's going to speak around noon. I won't be in the market then. And Friday, core sales coming out. So I won't be in the market at that point either. And I don't trade it before 7, about a half an hour. I trade about 45 minutes before after the market opens. Get that volume in, that liquidity kicks in. I just, I don't need a machine to tell me that. I know when this stuff's going down. Stay in my lane, right? Keep ourselves safe. I'm working into it, people. Hourly still going up, right? What's changed? Right? Impulse leg. The impulse legs are getting smaller. Is that any different? I don't know. Right? Looks like price held right here. So I just use this as a guide. I'm not trading the hourly. I'm just watching it. I want to get a feel for what's going to happen. I feel like this space here could get filled. Right? It could get filled. And the market's still going up. We're post-election now. This was the election day. All that excitement. Everybody's, running to the cash machine with Trump. The Russians and the Chinese I saw are flying planes. Everyone's excited the world's excited for Trump, especially the markets. So we follow the markets. So yeah, yesterday it was kind of fun. I had a couple of trades. One I was trying to get, and one I missed. And see how that price comes right up into the pressure cooker here, right into the pressure cooker. And I call it the pressure cooker, and some people call it support resistance. I can never get it straight, so my mentor actually came up with a good name for it: pressure cooker and kill zone. Because these areas are where price will feel pressure and kill zone. Why? Because there's buyers down here and there's sellers up here. There's buyers down here, there's sellers up here. So we want to respect those zones as we trade, because like in this case here, you're up here, and then you're back here a couple hours later. Don't think that we're just going to end up here. I used to think that way. But now as I trade more and I see more, I want to be profitable more, and profit. The things that killed my profitability were, I could make money in the market, but I would lose money in the market. That was the killer. I saw a guy post a thing the other day. He's like, "Oh, I made $3,500 in 7 minutes or whatever trading blah 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 whatever." You know what I did one time? I made 15 grand really, really, really quick. Like it was within like 2 days or something like that. It was just nuts. I lost my mind. I was hugging everybody, buying drinks, having a good time, blah, blah, blah. And then next month, I lost 20 grand. I lost it all. And then I lost some more. And you know why? Because I wanted to do that again. I brought my idea to the table of what I could do, because I had done so well that I could do it again. That humbled me immensely. And I'm lucky I'm still in the business, because there's been so many times I could have jumped out because it was so frustrating, because you work so hard at this. I encourage you to get a YouTube channel or document your trades, talk yourself through this thing. This has been so helpful for my business, my trading business. I'm a 30 to 40% win rate, right? I'm not going to brag about that. I'm not saying, whatever. But what I am saying is that I know where I need to be to make money. I know how to get in. I know how to get out. I know how to read a chart, and I sit back and I just say, okay, let's wait for this to happen. It's changed my business, and it can change yours too. But it takes time, energy, effort, dedication, all that stuff. And, get a clean chart like this so you can see what price is doing. You don't need all the bells and the whistles. Those are distractions that are just going to keep you away from learning what it is you need to learn, which is to read price. At the end of the day, read price, right? You can read price on any chart, any time frame, anywhere. Doesn't matter. I use the 750 tick because I like the flow. I've been doing it a long time. My buddy's on the 2000. He likes that as well. I don't know how I ended up here, but I've been here for years, and I don't want to change. I'm not going to chase another market. I'm not going to chase gold. I'm not going to chase there's enough movement in this chart for me to find what I'm after. And at the end of the day, it's consistency. And at the end of the day, I want to have the same setup, the same behavior, the same things going on. All right, so that's the lecture. All right, onto the chart. Price takes off. I had a couple of trades ideas that didn't end up going. I put one here, right? Because what trade am I swinging, or what swing am I trading? I'm trading this swing here, and I have this wash here. I realized that I missed it. I realized I missed it at some point here. I was probably a little late to the game. Yeah, it was 8:00. I dropped my kids off at 8, right in here somewhere. And then I just said, well, what if it comes back? And it hit here, but I mean, and even I make mistakes about this stuff, right? There's your trade right there, 3-1. 32 tick, $32 a contract. That's kind of stiff. I like to be around $15-$20. If I can be less, that's great. I really want to get a 3-1 trade, right? So for me to get, this trade here, it's 27. It's still, kind of steep for me, but I know that this setup works. So I'm not terribly, but I'm just cautious about it, right? I've been here. Get stopped out, or I don't know where, but somewhere here. It's just, I don't want a cheap stop, and I don't want an expensive stop. And you got to try them all to learn what it is you're going to get. Guys, we're here for the long term. We're not here to make a quick dollar. We're here to learn how to trade. 3-1 trading setups. 3-1 trade setups. Say that fast. And then I draw it out. Right? Where's my wash? Right? Where's my wash? And remember, guys, I'm trying to get centered right now. Right? What is it I'm after? I'm after a 3-1 trade. And I repeat this stuff all the time because there's so many bells and whistles and buzzers going off. I try and get it all out of my head because I don't want to deal with it. So here we have, off of this swing, we have our impulse. We have a shelf, which is kind of like right here. Kind of like in here somewhere. I mean, you could argue that's the shelf. And how I'd argue it is this is the wash. Here's your, yeah, it's perfect. Here's your, see, and I didn't even see it. I just drew that up in hindsight. It's perfect right there, right? Where are you gonna now I remember what happened. I saw this and I didn't want to. Okay, so I got my swings mixed up, and I was thinking that I was going to have to be down here. And now that I see this whole thing lay out, I can see it better here. Why is this thing not giving me my, there you go, my risk? I was trying to play with this whole idea. And I didn't have it wasn't clear to me on how it was going to happen. But in hindsight, I can see it, which is great because you got to be able to see these things. That's 2 setups now we've already seen. And you could even call it 3 if you want to somehow push this. Like, I don't even know. You would be coming off of this thing here. Right? See how confusing it is, guys? And that's why we draw it out. We draw it out. We draw it out. And we double check our work. I'm only highlighting this coil here because it's relative to this pullback. And then I can see another one here. And guys, this isn't hard stuff. I mean, when I was starting out, I had no idea what I was after, what I was going to, I had no idea. And I wanted to make money and I wanted to be, work from home and have all this stuff. It wasn't even about like making all the money, but then it became like, okay, I want to be good at this. I know guys that have lost their whole friggin' ship because they wanted to make money doing something. And it's like, they never got good at the craft. And I'm not even that good at the craft. I'm a 30 to 40% win rate. All right, I'm trying to get to the point here. Impulse leg up, price pulls back, have a wash, pow. Where am I at? I'm getting there. I'm getting to my trade. Missed that one. Now, are we going to be honest with each other and say this one worked? Right? You've got to be up here for a 3-to-1 trade. Now these are really big. Jumps. I like this one down here because you're within this swing. You're at the pressure cooker now. So, in my mind, at the pressure cooker, I'm either getting out here, taking a shorter, a smaller little trade, or I'm tightening up my stops. I'm making some decision here. I'm not just gonna say, okay, well, price is just gonna blow through the pressure cooker and come on up. I'm not doing that. That's not. I'm protecting my profit at this point, if I have profit. So what I did is I pulled out my trusty line. And as I do every day, I just follow the impulse legs. And I see the shelf here. And I start to watch. Something like this. And then I have my wash here. And as price goes up, pulls back, makes this, it hits my top for my retest. My orders go down here. And I hide behind these guys. I'm hiding behind these guys right here. I'm not taking the full stop. I have a little piece of structure to hide behind. And that's risk, right? We're now, managing risk. We're in the risk management business. So I have my stop right under here. And I'm trying to get up to here, right? Up into here. And ultimately, what happens is, where's that? You gonna come with me? I can't take it. You're kidding me. Hey, take it. I'm trying to drag it over. Oh, man. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I'll just bring my notebook over. How's that? So here's my trade. I got in down here. I got in over here. And how did this go down? How did this go down? I can't even see it now. Hold on. I jumped in there. See how hard this is, guys? Just trying to remember this stuff. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm right here. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. What happened there? Oh, I know. Okay, so I've got a 3-to-1 trade on, or a 5-to-1, and I ended up having to leave, and so I took my hit. I got out right here, and it's not a huge trade, no big deal. Not sweating it too much. I was trying to go for 5-to-1 trades, so I was up here. That's what's confusing me. I was trying to play this piece up here. And, the other thing that was interesting is that my stop didn't hit. My target didn't hit. Like when you place your orders, I do a limit order for a stop and a target. So there's 3 orders, right? The order, the stop, and the target. And so they didn't, the target and the stop didn't go in with my order. And so I had to manually, I was on this one right here. That's what happened. I had to manually enter or watch it, because I wasn't going to let it go beyond this bar here. And I was not in my office. I was out of my office when I was doing this. So I just sat and watched it. And then I eventually had to go and look at what happened, right? Price came up and took off, I didn't sit through any of this stuff. I was done. I got what I wanted. It was a 2-to-1 trade. It's nothing sexy. It's nothing, But the thing is that I'm not hunting for 2-to-1 trades. I'm not hunting for 1-to-1 trades. I'm not hunting for anything less than 3-to-1, because things are going to happen in your day-to-day life where you're going to want to bail, or you're going to want to, something's going to come up, and you're fine. I mean, the important thing is catching a trade at the best possible spot. And now you have the option to do a 1-to-1 trade and safely do it. And your numbers will go up, because now you're not picking, a 1-to-1 trade over here, trying to buy this little piece going down as a scalper, right? If you're a scalper, buy that, get out here, buy this, get out here, buy the, figure out your system, buy that, get out here. I don't know how you get there, but you know what I'm saying? Like you have the choice now. And if I can go for a 5-to-1, I'm really going to try to do it. It just brings my whole, my numbers up, because, I'm 30 to 40% win rate, maybe a little more, because I'd have to break down my 1-to-1s, my 2-to-1s, my 3-to-1s, my 5-to-1s, my 6-to-1s. Every day I sit down, I'm looking for a 3-to-1 trade. And how do you find a 3-to-1 trade? You have to buy as close to the bottom of the pivot as possible. And if we went 3-to-1 on this guy here, I'm right there. I called it 2-to-1, but yeah, it's right there. So anyhow, that was my trade yesterday. I've kind of bored you guys to tears here. I'm trying to, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get centered on what's going to happen today. So I've got my kill zones, right? I've got a swing that has come off of here. And I've got, what else do I have? A bunch of stuff there. Is it going up? Is it going down? I don't know. It's coming off of this piece here. It didn't take anything out. See how those jogs you can see how clean it was. Yeah, and I missed those guys down there. Those were the 5-to-1 trades, right? You're trying to get from like, and I'm just passionate about these guys because it's real. They're great. They're like, it's like catching a really big fish. Like you're just like, yeah. But like you have room there. You can I can see that there's room there, and then it stops, and I don't know what happens after that. So I have to play in. I'm playing in my sandbox here, and I know the boundaries. So from this standpoint here, price, you know, took out this low inside of this swing. So I'm okay. It's going to go down, right? Maybe not. I think it's going to keep going down. So I'm going to kind of work on that. I'm going to pay attention to where this stopped up here. Kind of in here it came across, and this is another zone. I'm going to clean this up when I'm done. I usually start over. It's not too hard to see after a while. And then it comes down, bounces up, comes down, bounces up, and it's just sitting right here on this ledge, right? Buyers got wiped out, and then buyers are right here. And here's the other side of that. If you flip this over, when we look for the shelf, right? When we're looking for our shelf to hold, right? Like right in here, right? There's buyers buying into sellers. So that's the tension. That's the pressure. The pressure cooker is, pushing these people around. My point is that once it breaks through, it continues down, and then it pulled back and it tried again. So if you're going to, I'm hiding now behind this wash, I guess is what I'm saying. And I can say, okay, this wash is kind of the guy that's holding everybody up, right? This is a good buy right here. Right after we had news this morning, I think there's that. And then it's going to go into this, and I'm going to watch it, because if it rolls from here, then I can adjust myself, accordingly. And if it rolls from here, I can adjust myself accordingly. And the other thing is that it's not uncommon for the buyers that were down here to sell it up here and to buy it up back here, because they want a discount. Price discounts the future. This is the future. Price is down here. Price discounts this part up here. So going forward, it may end up over here, because we know that price is going up overall. There's a lot to break down in this session, guys. I'll be back midday for the members, doing a little update and see where we're at. And if you don't see a clear setup, guys, don't trade. Small size, sim it out. If you don't know your winning percentage, you're going to have to figure that out. Lots of trades. But trade as much as you possibly can and get yourself dirty, muddy, wreck your ship, jump off your bike, have some fun, and work through the frustration, because believe me, once you get through this stuff, it gets a lot easier. And it's frustrating, but it does get easier. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit.